Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Grand Tactician, the Civil War, our Let's Play series of this game, and its new DLC, Whiskey and Lemons, which puts you in command of an individual officer during the American Civil War, and allows you to kind of role play as that individual while you don't command the wider war. We're currently at the rank of Colonel in command of a brigade in the 5th Division of the Army of Northeastern Virginia for the Union, and we are in the process of reducing a fort on is it the Rappahannock, I think it is, just north of Fredericksburg, I think. Yeah. We've just recently, did we win the battle or lose the battle? Oh God, I can't remember. But we lost, but we recently fought a battle where we fought pretty well. And we're now in the midst of trying to reduce this garrisoned fort. I can't do anything about it. I just have to wait. It doesn't give me the option to actually assail the fort. So that's the situation that we find ourselves in. With that being said, we are of the rank of Colonel. We're now considered an old hand. We fought in a lot of battles. That experience moniker went up real fast. We don't have a ton of money, only about $610 or $615 left. We don't have a ton of fame either. We're little known, but that's been inching upwards. We're currently working on nothing at the actions level. We've used all of the available card slots for our current rank. I don't know how to clear these out. Like, I don't know how to stack a second one on top of there. I'm not sure. But in any event, I think we're going to use our prestige to get ourselves promoted right now. It's only 688 prestige to get promoted. We have almost 4,000 prestige right now in the bank. So let's go ahead and get ourselves promoted from Colonel to Brigadier General. So there you go. We are now a Brigadier General, I think. Yes. No, it still says Colonel, but I assume I just have to close this window and go back in. Or maybe I have to wait a few minutes or a few days for the promotion to go through. I think I do. So we'll go ahead and resume things. But our promotion is in the works. Here you go. Promotion. Congratulations. You've now been promoted to Brigadier General. You can now apply for commands of the following units: Brigade, Division, or Corps. Hell yeah. Now, we can't actually apply for a new command while we're in the midst of a conflict right now. So you can see we're besieging the 3rd battery of the 3rd Virginia battery. Only 9 guns, 52 men at Aquia Landing. Brigadier General Dixon Miles is our superior. But we can't actually, I don't think I can apply for a new command while I'm in the midst of battle. Let's go ahead and double check. Yeah, all the options are grayed out, so not allowed to do that until we get out of the current conflict. But in any event, someone just walked into my tent and handed me my general's star. And I think also because the army is not yet configured into corps, we'll probably command on the field where we can actually choose where our division goes, I think, once we get a division command. That being said, we could also use prestige on other things, I think, like projects, if we want to do Civil Order, Cotton is King, armored gunboats, all of these things. So we can also use prestige to try and, like, get additional artillery or get additional ironclads or things like that. The lit up ones are the ones that we've got enough prestige for. So, like, if we want more recruits or other things like that. So we can start to influence the politics, which in the base game are things you control just by being the supreme commander. In this game, we're not, so we don't. Can I get nicer things now too? Army binoculars. That's not really what I was looking for. So if I go here, what is it, a division or is it brigade command? Well, I am a brigade commander. So there you go. I got a pocket watch. What, I don't even know what I had before, but I just spent money on this thing, so. It's a prestigious item. French binoculars at division command. Or the Dillon spyglass at division command. So it looks like division command is where a lot of these items max out. Can I not replace my... I guess I can just replace the glass flask with any of these other options, maybe. Weapons. Can I get a better weapon? We've got the Weebly Longspur right now. I'm not a division commander yet, so I can't get better revolvers. What about a better sword? Yeah, it's based on division command. Better horse? It's based on division or brigade command. So I could go with a wild horse. or a white horse, but I don't have enough money for any of that stuff. I've only got $600. But we got about 300 prestige back by getting that pocket watch. You can see we dropped to 3,100, I want to say it was. Or no, we were 39, we used 6 something. So we dropped to at least 33, 32, and now we're back up to 34, or 3.4. So we can also work on like getting nicer uniforms too. So a quality jacket in the Prussian blue. I like the double button side here. Finer cut and ornament short. That's at brigade. So these are all still brigade command level things. I do like this look. With the epaulets on each shoulder, none of that crossbelt nonsense, and a double button. I'm a fan of that, but perhaps we'll wait to see what happens when we become a division commander. I need more money either way. How do I get more money? We lost a little bit of weight. We're at 148 pounds. That makes us a flyweight. Our health is at healthy. I don't really understand the whole purpose of spending money on nicer provisions unless it's just like if you get wounded, it makes you better faster. Now, because we became a brigadier general, we are no longer sort of we don't have the maxed out stars of experience. We've got 4 out of 5. Although it looks like maybe the 5th star is starting to fill up, and so we're getting credit for that. But yeah, we're a brigadier general. We've got a 1.5 stars, so we got a little bit more awareness, I guess, based on the fact that we've been promoted. So folks kind of maybe know who we are. Our administration, we're a master administrator. We went down that road for a while here. We go to our brigade. Well, Dixon Miles didn't like me because I took over command of his brigade in the last battle. Do I have any more options for actions? We do. We can do another run of actions for each one of these cards now. Nice. So we can, what's therapy? If you can't keep your head together, maybe you should seek professional help. Spend 500 prestige. Fundraising. Use your personal prestige to raise money for your own use. Of course, increases money by 500. So I can get more money that way. That'll go into wealth. Therapy goes into personality. So would reconcile if we want to heal the grudges that we have. I want to wait on the grudges one just because we may need that if we decide to take someone else's division. Cavalry specialist on maneuvers. Increases my experience of infantry units by 0.5 star. I don't really need to do the whole, like, we want more recruits. But let's do cavalry specialist. That's a maneuver one, right? So there's not... I don't think there's going to be any other ones that, like, I'm turning down by doing that. So let's go ahead and do cavalry specialist. Increase experience of infantry units under your command by, and your fame by 1, or by 0.5 star. It'll cost us 500 prestige, but I think it's worth it. Fame, I think, also influences like how quickly you can get promoted, though I'm not sure on that one. All right, so let's go ahead and get time moving. We'll wait for the siege to end. You'd think it wouldn't last long. There's only one enemy unit here. They're down to 4 guns, 3 guns, 0 guns. So why are they not surrendering yet? So I don't know why so many units are routing unless we have no supply or something. Like, what are they all losing, taking casualties? Unless it's just the rebel unit that continually routes. I'm not really sure. I'd be tempted to withdraw, like who gives a crap about this fort, but I suppose it would give us a more permanent position near Fredericksburg, make it harder for them to flank us. We do know that the valley's pretty much in our control. There's an occasional battle that springs up there. West Virginia here is mostly under our control, and so really the only area that the rebels have been a threat to us is they pushed us out of Richmond. The Battle of Aquia Landing ended with the Confederate units retreating in panic. Good for you, Dixon Miles. Good for you. You took a month to subdue 6 guns. Chester Charles Devons Jr. and William Goodrich. Aren't those guys in my command? Maybe they were at a time. Okay, so we're out of that battle. The fort is now ours. So the question becomes, what do we do next? We could take command of the 5th Division all for ourselves. Oh, I gotta speed up a little bit till the battle technically ends. Another glorious victory there. Why does it still say we're in a battle? Okay, there we go. All right, so I could take over this division, but I'm less inclined to do that because there are other divisions that are like double this size. I don't, you know, I thought maybe we'd position ourselves in another theater, but most of the rest of Virginia seems to mostly be sort of wrapped up. The one exception seems to perhaps be to the west of Fredericksburg over here, still on the Rappahannock, but there's intel reports of a bunch of rebel units just south near Sperryville. So we might want to take over a command of a unit over here. These divisions, So the 4th Division has 8,000 men, the 2nd Division has 8,000 men, and the 3rd Division has 8,000 men. So they're all stronger than ours. Alternatively, we could take like one of these divisions back here near Washington. Or we could just continue commanding a brigade. Additionally, I think there is one division with our force up here. Is it the 4th? The 4th Division's actually just east of us. I don't know why there's troops over here. 7,000 men. That was my original division under Schenck. Hunter's division of 9,200. And Runyon's division of 12,000. That might be tempting. They've got good readiness, too. I don't know what their orders are. They're all still under McDowell, I believe. Schenck, Hunter. Is Heinzelman in a battle? Oh my god, how much does a division cost? So we could take Runyon's or Miles' division for 1.4 thousand. Hunter and Schenck are both affordable, but Runyon's is more. Is this based on rank? So Runyon's a major general. He outranks us, so it would take considerably more prestige. Then again, Hunter's a major general too. And so is Schenck. 2.6. Miles is only a brigadier general, so that's all. That's why it would take less to take his division. His division's not in as good a shape though. 1,400 men under von Steinwehr. 2,100 under Kiefer. And then 2,300 under me. Also, do they all have crap weapons? I mean, the artillery's nice. We get a regiment of cavalry. But everybody else is kind of mediocre weapons. So do we keep what? Do we get what we get, or do we wait and wait till I have a little more prestige to throw around? I'm inclined to take the division now just because the morale of the armies, the Confederates at 39, and if they drop to 25, I think the war is over. Wait, that's, yeah, national morale. So they're at 39, which is still a little ways away, but plus Dixon's only a brigadier, so we wouldn't be like. Plus, Dixon already hates us, so we'll do that. We'll take this division from him. He already doesn't like me. He'll just like me less. Kiefer. Let's see if we can replace Riley with someone better. Dixon is a 3-star. He doesn't like me at all, but if I give him a command back, maybe he will. Dislikes you personally. He's also the only commander here with any experience. Well, that's not true. We've got John Wool here. 78-year-old John Wool has a star of experience. Is there anybody else we'd want? Hey, it's Barlow. Francis Barlow. He's only a lieutenant right now. I mean, none of these guys have experience, so that would be kind of... Even if we know some of them might be decent officers historically. George Armstrong Custer, there you go. I assume that's him, right? Yep. So I guess we'll give Dixon the brigade that we took from him and see if that solves our grudge. It does not. He really doesn't like me. I guess I wouldn't like someone either who just like took my command from me. Actually, we've got Thomas Sweeney, 41-year-old, 1-star. He's got some experience. Okay. You can have my brigade. Just kidding, everybody. I just replaced the guy who I replaced me with. All right, so we've got 2 colonels and a brigadier general in command of my brigades. Yours truly in command of the division. And so it'll be interesting to see how things change now. Do any of my units have the ability to get better weapons? I would love to get better weapons, but I don't think we have any better weapons in service. I guess if we just auto purchase weapons, it may give us better weapons eventually. Because it doesn't look like by having it turned off, I benefit at all. They just don't upgrade. And there's never, the AI is upgrading all the available weapons ASAP, so yeah. Okay, so I command a division now. Now what do I do? My readiness is trash. We've got terrible supplies. Let's see what our orders become. Your unit is now present on the campaign map and you can move it freely. You also manage all units attached to it, including the creation of the new HQ, recruitment of units. You'll also personally command the unit in battles. Like earlier, you may use prestige to influence commanders of other units to follow your advice. All right, so I forgot about that. We just took command of a division. So now we also have to manage the headquarters. We still get to carry our aide-de-camp and adjutant general over if we want them. Doesn't really look like the game's throwing me much better options. Maybe Major Andrew Smith would be a better adjutant general over Colonel Joseph Plummer, who's a 1.5 star in terms of his sufficiency. Okay, I don't know if having a... What does the adjunct general do? Chief administrator? Okay. We need a quartermaster. I mean, all these guys are pretty much the same. I do wish there was a little bit more variety in the officers you could put in your command. Just because as it stands, it's kind of like, oh, everybody's a 1 to a 2 star. Mostly a 1.5 to a 2. Prestige is like within 20 of the, like the total difference between the different officers. It kind of gives you choices without meaning is what it feels like to me. Anyway, we've got our new individuals in charge of quartermaster, substance, and ordnance, a new adjutant general, and we carried over our aide-de-camp. Captain Samuel P. Carter, trusty aide-de-camp. Okay. That leaves me with 746 prestige. I can also get nicer stuff. But I don't want to spend the money because I don't have enough money for most of that stuff. Why is this sword gold? Why would you want an NCO sword as a commander of a division? That's strange. All right, so I got no money. Division command, we're working on cavalry specialists in 22 days. When that's done, maybe we'll do something to give me more money. My division is here. Can I build an ordnance? Like, doesn't look like I'm allowed to build a depot. So our supply situation's not great. Suppose we can move down to Stafford. Oh, we're in hostile territory and we have low readiness, so we can't even move. So we're going to have to wait till our readiness gets up a bit. Currently it's deficient. What's that purchase up here? Weapons order is accomplished. The weapons have arrived. Is that at the strategic level or for my boys? As far as I can tell, none of my boys have better weapons. So it must have been at the strategic level because nothing there changed. All right. Did it say we're in charge of raising troops? Recruit a new regiment attached directly to this brigade. Oh, I can do that. Also, why is there a... Oh, we're getting a new battery of artillery. Okay, maybe that's what happened. Now each one of our divisions will have one battery of artillery. That's nice. Or brigades. I'd rather a cavalry brigade independent of the actual command. So if I... Can I do that? Can I create a new... I can. So we've got Colonel Riley in command of a cavalry brigade. I don't know like what the rules are for recruiting troops in terms of spending money and things like that, but we'll break out that unit. And I'd also like to recruit a second cavalry regiment. Looks like we've got plentiful troops. Let's do something near the front. So we'll do Vermont, I guess. Do 1,000 men cavalry. So they'll automatically get Smith carbines. That's nice. I mean, it certainly beats like sabers and revolvers or something. So we have 2 units in that brigade, a 500-man unit and a 1,000-man unit. So it'll be about a 1,500-man cavalry brigade. And then we're going to add a 3rd infantry regiment to Kiefer's brigade just to even things out. In fact, why don't we just shift the 23rd Massachusetts over to Kiefer, and then each brigade has 3 regiments of infantry with the exception of Sweeney's brigade, which has a 4th. I suppose we could actually form a new brigade of infantry too, and then we'd have 4 brigades of infantry, but that feels like a little bit much under command of a single division. 7,000 men though. Be nice to have a little bit more, especially when we look at the size of the other divisions. So maybe we do that. Maybe we do 4 regiments per division instead of 3. So we'll do that. Look for where we got enough men. Again, we want to mostly keep it troops in the eastern theaters because that does influence how quickly they get raised. So we'll do a Connecticut infantry regiment. 1,000 men, 36-month recruits. Keep forgetting, I expect to see larger numbers, and then I remember, oh, that's right, the regiments, not brigades like in the base game. And then Kiefer's brigade will also get a new regiment of Maryland boys, I guess? Why can I not recruit? Oh, I'm spending prestige to do this. Lol. I can recruit Maine boys more cheaply. Okay, that makes more sense as I burn through all my prestige. So do 1,000 Maine boys. All right. I don't want to spend any more prestige maximizing the size of my division. It will give me 2,000 more troops plus the 1,000 cavalrymen, so we'll have just shy of 10,000 men when all these men arrive. We've got 32 days on the Cavalry Regiment, 26 days on the 30th Maine, and 26 days on the 19th Connecticut. I don't know if I can like order units to transfer to me. I'm guessing I can, but it probably costs prestige as well. Okay, so we got a basically, like, I'd say it's more like a corps than a division, with its own cavalry brigade, 3 infantry brigades, each infantry brigade over 3,100 men. Like, that would be a late war corps at almost 10,000 men total. But in any event, that's me. There's truly a brigadier general taking charge. So let's make some time go. Hopefully get our readiness up. Blood and iron. Maybe we can fight a little bit more effectively when we get some more troops. You got a heated exchange with General Miles today. Well, I'm sorry, General Miles, that you don't like me. Food is taking a toll on my health, perhaps? We'll have to take a look at that in a minute. Ooh, I get the flying column perk. Still can't move the men. Readiness is too low and we've got no... Can I move the division back to at least here? I can, okay. I'm going to move the division back to DC to try and get its readiness back up. It doesn't seem like anybody's moving on our front anyway. This war progress thing seems to be ticking against us. I haven't seen any real indication of us losing a bunch of battles. I guess there's probably a fight going on down here. A Boer rebellion. All right, so what's going on? The Battle of Perryville was fought. Yeah, but that's in the Western theaters. Are these guys in a siege or what's going on? It looks like they're probably in a siege. 27,000 versus 22. Battle of Warrenton. I don't know why every battle devolves into a siege now. That's the way it seems to in this game. At least in this version of the game. So I could go there and be the hero. Bring the extra 10,000 men there that turns the tide. Except my troops don't have readiness to fight. Right? Readiness is deficient, so probably won't let me move down there. No. It won't. So we've got to get back somewhere where we've got depots while this battle over here is ongoing. Northwestern Virginia, I guess, technically. Yeah, okay, so that was a defeat for the Federals. I don't know why their troops retreated in that direction. It's almost time for our second winter. All right, so we're in Alexandria. Oh, we're about to be in Alexandria. In range of 2 depots, so I would think that'll get my readiness up pretty quick. In theory, we should be like right where there are plenty of supplies. Granted, there are a lot of troops around here. There's the Army of Washington. There's the 4th Division of 15,000 troops further north. Department of Virginia headquarters is here also. But I would think being so close to our source of supply, that would be a good thing for us. I've got decent officers in my command who should be able to wrangle together some stuff. But I'm now a division commander. Just waiting for stuff to do. The other guys are down there starving near the Rappahannock. We're the shield of Washington from these forces that just beat us near Warrenton, I guess. You've increased your knowledge about cavalry tactics and maneuvers. This has helped you increase your experience of your troopers. I don't know why it increases my infantry abilities, but okay. Hey, our fame is now 2. Well known in the military, this officer's deeds are already being noticed in the public. Okay. All right, so now what are we going to do? We've used those actions. I've used up most of my prestige. Fundraising for me personally might not be a terrible idea. Tactics. This is education, right? Why can I not I don't have prestige to reconcile? 200 prestige to give me $500 more. Why can't I buy stocks? I don't have enough money. All right. I guess. Give me more money. I'm 44th out of like 51 in terms of the high score right now. But I guess we keep proceeding. Oh, by the way, I did want to check. Have we... I assume our troops have all arrived. Oh, no, they haven't. Not yet. So we're working on raising those new units, which will be green, which may hinder our fighting effectiveness. The cavalry is still 10 days away. The infantry 5, and that infantry 5. We've actually already started to lose strength in some of those units. They're not at 1,000 men. By the way, are all my troops like a good long ways away from their enlistments ending? 99 months? They must be, oh, they're regular, so they don't, basically they can't run out. So I've got a regular battery of artillery. That's pretty sweet. I guess while we're waiting here, do we want to try and get larger batteries? 6-pound field guns kind of suck. Do we have anything else available? I'd rather get a better gun. "38 men, 3 guns. 38 men, 3 guns. We're going to send you guys on furlough because I don't know when I'm going to be fighting next. But I'd rather bigger, better batteries. I think all my troops have enough men. Well, 370. Let's send you. I think winter quarters are coming. I think. We'll send the 300-man regiment out. Anybody below 400 men, we're gonna furlough. Okay, so we sent a few regiments to furlough while we wait on the new regiments of recruit, and I don't have a lot else to do right now. How is my personal health? My personal health is 99.3, so I don't see a reason to do anything. I'm curious if I'm going to ever get all orders. I haven't actually gotten orders to move. Like, in theory, I could move the unit on its own, but the readiness is still low until that gets addressed, until that gets better. Many are deserting. Do we not have high enough fame? Another battle that didn't go our way. So is it possible? Let's do this. My officers are unhappy with my division. Perhaps because my commanders are too junior. This is a very experienced unit with an officer with, he's considered a greenhorn. Can I replace him with someone more experienced? Probably will piss someone off, but maybe. Hannibal Day does have 1 star. He's not as inexperienced. Like, all the other experienced officers have been picked over. There's no one else out there who I can bring in just to be like, hey. Also, Judson Kilpatrick, not the best reputation historically in the army either. It's always great when you get a nickname Kill Cavalry, but I guess it makes sense that he's in the Butcher division. Ooh, we should do that. The Butcher division. Hell yeah. We'll get people excited. All right, so this colonel has 2 stars. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 2. I mean, at least my old brigade has some reasonably experienced commanders. Warren Kiefer is technically, I think he's a political. He's not, he doesn't have an officer's uniform here. So I think he's like a volunteer type deal. We're going to replace him with Hannibal Day. Fame unknown. Fame insignificant. Like, that'll be a modest improvement. I can't. Oh, I got to spend prestige on all these things. So whatever. I guess we just got to wait and... You'd think at the division level, the commander would give you orders to be like, I want you to go here. Maybe they will. Maybe my readiness is just too low. It's still too low to move into territory. Meanwhile, the rebels appear to be defeating our position in detail. They just moved in and defeated us at Front Royal, and now they're pushing into the valley. So while we had been winning pretty considerably and had taken Richmond even at one point, at least it seems like they pushed us out of Warrenton, they pushed us out of Front Royal, now they pushed us out of Strasbourg. The federal position of just garrisoning the south with a bunch of divisions is allowing the Confederates to concentrate and focus on just isolating and destroying us individually. All right, so it is winter now. It's considered winter quarters. The morale of the armies is gone. Well, national support. Is that how you break their morale? Is it national support or morale of the armies? National morale. Well, what the hell? Oh, national morale's up here. Oh, man, they're nowhere near that. National support is low, but not morale of the armies. Okay, well, we're still winning according to the morale side of things. At least national morale and national support. But a whole bunch of battles are going on this fall and winter that we were playing no part in. Hey, I got some money. All right, so now let's go back in and I got $1,000. What are we going to do with it? Spend a hefty sum to throw a proper party. Fame is increased by a star. No. I don't want to spend... I don't have enough money. I don't even know what any of those traits do. Like, what does initiative do? When you're in command of the individual. Prestige increases by 1,000 if I do a political rally. So I can spend my money to do a political rally to get 1,000 prestige. Which could be useful. For sure. But I think I've done kind of what I want to do, prestige-wise. Like maybe I got $1,000. Maybe I want to buy a better horse. We're just riding a plain horse right now. All these damn things are so expensive, though. People have noticed your personality changing recently. You have some issues handling pressure. You're tense and snap at people easily. Great, so I'm now mischievous. As well as schizophrenic? I don't know, the workhorse didn't seem to give me any more prestige. The Dylan Spa Glass. Can't afford any nicer swords, but I got a nice ass pocket watch and a nice ass... All right, so we spent all our money. We got a fancy-ass revolver, Cody's Remington M1858, fancy spyglass. Previously, we got a fancy pocket watch. Our saber is mediocre, and we've got a decent horse. Oh, and our prestige popped up to 137. Nice. I don't know if it increased my fame at all. Doesn't look like it. We're also working our way toward the rank of Major General. We're about 16% of the way there. Okay. So if they invade the north at any point, then I can move in there and fight effectively inside my own terrain, despite the low readiness of our armies. But it looks like... All right, so the Union wins the midterms, but it looks like they're really clearing out the valley, and a lot of those smaller units they're concentrating against, which again leads to the fact that I don't think the AI does a great job of... Oh, what are we getting now? Okay, so it's winter of 1862. I skipped through that little spiel there. It's the voice. I like the imagery, and I like kind of what they're trying to do of making it sort of episodic in a sense of as things change. But I'm not a huge fan of the narration and sort of the slow pace of it. Either way, I'm curious if that means, like, if we move to the next chapter, does that mean maybe we'll start to see core soon? Meanwhile, a whole bunch of divisions are being just slowly ground up in the west. My troops are just not in good enough shape to actually do anything about it. Again, our readiness is only barely above deficient. I'd like to get my readiness up to excellent before we start moving. I don't know why we're not in winter quarters, though. We haven't moved. Another victory for the rebels in the valley. Ooh, I can construct supply depots now? Oh, it's a prestige thing. Again, that's what it is. Okay. The Rebs are just going to keep pushing west. Our national morale is still pretty good. Our credit rating's not as good, but more battles down there where we were before. Aquia Landing. Ooh, someone's building a depot down there. That's a fort. But we want a victory down there. I don't know who all won it. Did we move down and take Richmond again? No. But I'm confused. There's like federal forces down here. The Army of the Chesapeake is south of Richmond. This game's front line is not very logical. I have most of my troops. Some of my troops we sent home, remember, to do some recruiting of different soldiers to kind of fill out their ranks. Those guys will be back in about a month. I have more men, but not more guns in those artillery batteries. That's not really what I was going for. Meanwhile, it looks like the freshly recruited troops are going to come back with almost 1,000 men, or the freshly reinforced troops. Our remaining troops, they're hanging in there. Nobody's dropped below 500. Still be nice to get better weapons at some point. Industry, do your damn job. Man, the AI really wants to send divisions off to fight. Like, why did it just send the 4th Division toward Manassas? Or wherever they're going. Perhaps I just need to go. My readiness is up to mediocre. It's November. Looks like there's a concentration occurring down there. So what's going? Let's pause here. So it'll take us a while to get down here, but if this siege lasts, it might be worth it. There's 14,000 Rebs versus 11,000 Federals down at Fredericksburg. There is a fortress down there, which is now in the Confederacy's hands again. I just want more freaking supplies. But can I move this far? No, it doesn't even matter if I want to move. I still can't. At least not into hostile territory. Our readiness is still too low. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, boys. Victory at Strasbourg, so we had some success in the valley there. Looks like some of our troops which have been pushed west, pushed back east, and it's all just a mess. Victory at Harper's Ferry, so the momentum appears to have turned on the Rebs' attempt to push us out of the Shenandoah Valley. Just battles everywhere. Battle of Fredericksburg's now a success for us. Looks like our readiness is up to, well, slightly higher. Maybe we'll get to join in on the drive on Richmond again. Disaster in the valley again. It might just make more sense to move west and try and win some victories in the valley. But it's now November, almost December. So I think here's what we're going to do, guys. We've been going for almost 50 minutes now. Oh shit, are we going to have a battle? I was going to say, I think trying to move toward DC. Like, what are you guys doing? Because I'll move in and fight you there. You got 8,000 and Imboden has 6,000. My division can take one of you. And if any of these other divisions around DC reinforce me, we'll be sitting pretty. How are the troops? 8th New York is back in 11 days, so probably just barely missed the battle. Same for the 21st New York, so we'll be down by about 2,000 of our potential men, and they're some of our better units too. But we've still got some pretty decent units here. 23rd Mass is just elite. So yeah, I think we might have to move north. It looks like the Rebs are making a play on DC. We may have to move north to force that battle. I should have the readiness to move into friendly territory, and I do, which will probably trigger a winter battle near DC. And this is what I was going to say, guys. We've been going for almost 50 minutes now. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. It was mostly just me getting my division sorted and getting logistics and getting promoted, all of which have occurred. And now it's a matter of fighting our division and hopefully winning the final victory against the rebels here before too long. But yours truly in command of a 10,000-man infantry division at this point, working on getting ourselves promoted, but still a little ways away from getting promoted to Major General. And not much money, not much prestige anymore. We spent it all. And our wages are not high enough to recoup our earnings that quickly. I do think we are earning money. I think that's like 15. I think it's either $15 a week or 15. It's got to be a week because we haven't gone 4 months. But yeah, it's a slow process. So we'll see how that plays out in our next episode. However, until next time, did I finish my? What did I? Can I click this again? I can. Okay, so I'm gonna get more money soon. 16 days right now. I have none. But in any event, we will pick this up in our next episode. Until our next episode, when we will likely see a battle for Washington, D.C. with us in charge of a division. This is the Historical Gamer, once again saying thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.